What's up guys, it's Will back again, and today's review is Moana. Moana is a Disney animated comedy adventure film that was directed by Clements and John Musker and primarily follows Moana Wa'aliki, played by Auli'i Cravalho, who's the daughter and heir of the chief of a small Polynesian island called Moana-Movie. This story takes place roughly 2,000 years ago as Moana sets out on an adventure to find the demigod Maui, played by Dwayne Johnson, so that the two can return a stone called the Heart of Te Fiti to its rightful place so that a darkness spreading across the Pacific Islands can be stopped. Moana heads out on this adventure despite the fact that her family and fellow community members from the island of Moana-Nui never sail beyond the reef for fear of the dangers the oceans hold. The problem is that the darkness that is slowly spreading across the Pacific Islands is now spreading to the island of Moana-Nui, so Moana feels a sense of urgency to defy her father's wishes and head out on this dangerous quest. And the rest of the film is spent watching Moana team up with the demigod Maui and travel across the treacherous seas in an attempt to return the Heart of Te Fiti to its rightful place and restore peace and order back to the Pacific Islands. Okay, so considering this film was directed by the same guys that did The Little Mermaid, Hercules, Aladdin, and Princess and the Frog, I obviously went into this one with some pretty high expectations. I also saw the film had like a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, and when you see that, you're likely going to go in with some ridiculous expectations. But I gotta say, every single one of my expectations were either met or exceeded, and this is definitely in the running for Best Animated Film of the Year. I'd still think I'd give Kubo and the Two Strings the slight edge, but Moana is right there with it. Let me start off by saying that Moana herself is a really awesome protagonist. We've had a decent number of strong female leads in Disney films now, but Moana is easily one of the strongest and most compelling ones, if not the most. What I really enjoyed about Auli'i Cravalho's performance was the confidence she projects as Moana. While Moana can be unsure of herself at times, like pretty much any good character should be at one point or another, she is a very confident and ambitious character that's not afraid to take charge and do what she thinks is right. While Maui is certainly a key character to this film, it's actually Moana that comes up with most of the strategies regarding how the two are going to accomplish their goals. The confidence she projects is a breath of fresh air, but I'll also say that Moana can be a very funny character as well. The film's brand of comedy can be enjoyed by all ages because the jokes never felt like they were trying to be too adult or too kid driven. They all just felt like good fun. You guys have probably heard me say before that some animated kids movies can be lacking in terms of their offering for adults. Well, Moana isn't one of those films, and that's in large part due to the humor that I think will work for all ages. It's pretty broad and pretty clever. But Moana wasn't the only interesting character in this film. Dwayne Johnson as the demigod Maui was also a really cool character. The thing about these adventure films is that when they're executed properly, the characters are changed in some way by the end of it. Maui goes through a bit of a transformation because when we first see him on screen, he's cocky, he's arrogant, and he's pretty self-centered. But even though he's more powerful than Moana, under Moana's leadership, he becomes a much better version of himself. Dwayne Johnson did an awesome job bringing life to what ultimately proved to be a flawed yet charismatic and fun character. And as I said before, neither of these characters are the same at the end of the film. We get to watch them learn and grow and mature, and that's easily one of the best parts of it. Two other great aspects of this film are the animation and the music. Let's start with the animation though, because it is an animated film after all. Disney knocked this one out of the park because this has to be one of the nicest and grandest looking animated films I've ever seen. I love how each new film is sort of pushing the boundaries of animation and how beautiful and realistic you can make things look on screen. The scenery in Moana is absolutely breathtaking and always delivers those big and exciting moments you're hoping for as well. But the filmmakers also excelled at the subtleties as well because the characters display emotions in a way that feels fun and lively, yet also realistic at the same time. I won't say why, but I will say that the film does get very emotional and the characters do a great job making you feel their pain and frustration and excitement through the animation of their facial expressions. But I also can't understate the value of the music composed by Lin-Manuel Miranda, Mark Mancia, and Opicia Foye, which I hope I'm pronouncing those names correctly, but either way, this is another one of those soundtracks that will stick with you for quite some time. Hell, I don't even like music in movies all that much, but I've been listening to this soundtrack on Spotify. That's how good it is. I'd say the song entitled How Far I'll Go is destined to be another huge hit for Disney, sort of like Frozen's Let It Go to a lesser extent, but the music in this film never feels forced or out of place or anything like that. It made its presence felt, but not in a way that feels overbearing. It actually added to the film, which is something I rarely feel about musicals. But overall, I think Moana is a really awesome film and it belongs in the category of the other animated Disney greats. I thought it had really awesome characters and voice acting, great animation, a fantastic and emotional adventure story, and very good music. and there was obviously nothing I didn't like about Moana. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 and recommend that anyone who's a fan of Disney animated musical films go see this one ASAP. It's one of the year's best films, period. So did you guys see Moana yet? What did you think of it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if not, let me know whether you'd be interested in watching this film or not. And as always, if you like this video, click that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for much more content like this. That's all for now though. This is WillFoxification signing off. See you in the next review.